So, Ontario Premier Doug Ford has just gone on a law and order rant, and he actually finally sounds like a conservative. Now, of course, he's a progressive conservative, which apparently, right up until this moment, seems to just mean liberal. But, there's supposed to be a little bit of the conservative in that, along with the progressive, and I guess we're finally seeing it here.
Okay, here's my rant. Okay, so first of all, Chief Nish, Chief Demkew, all the chiefs, they're absolute champions. So they do a massive bust. 500 kilos of cocaine that these drug dealers want to poison our kids, poison our people, and 500 kilos. Just imagine that. And they work with the DEA down in the U.S., Drug Enforcement Agency. They work with the Border Patrol. They work with police agencies back and forth. The OPP, Commissioner Creek, is amazing on the Joint Task Force. And guess what, guys? These weak-kneed judges, the biggest bust in Peel's history, guess where they are? They're back out on the street again. Bail. Except one person. Do you believe that? They actually get released on the largest drug bust in Peel's history. 500 kilos of cocaine that could ultimately kill people, and judges slap on the wrist. Okay, little Johnny, you go out there and deal more drugs. Why don't you give him more drugs?
Okay, I'm with all of this, but little Johnny also wants to know where this was in the past. Like, why were we getting this?
We didn't always agree, but when it mattered, Prime Minister Trudeau was always willing to put party and ideology aside for the good of the country.
I mean, it was Trudeau who caused all of this. It was his policies that have caused the skyrocketing crime. He's responsible for the bail laws. But let's continue.
It's crazy. The system is broken. I will be all over the Prime Minister and the federal government have bail reform until these I don't even want to call them what I'm thinking right now. I better hold off. But these people that are terrorizing our neighborhoods and feeding drugs to our people, that's number one. They need to change the criminal code. They need to change bail reform. I will be all over him until this gets done.
Again, I'm glad he's having this rant right now. But where was this during the federal election campaign, when we had a chance to elect an actual conservative government for Canada who actually would have dealt with this?
Well, I spoke to him yesterday. He's a very bright individual. He understands finances like no other person.
Wow, it seems like you're endorsing Mark Carney there during a federal election. And guess what? Mark Carney is a progressive. He's not going to do what you want.
And the last one. Did you hear about the guy that these thugs came up, ready to steal his car? They're all in their masks and everything. So I guess he was a hunter or something. He shot up in the air. I don't recommend that, by the way. But he gets charged. I got to find out this guy's name and number, and I'm going to hold a fundraiser for lawyer fees for him. He should get a medal for standing up. It's like down in the U.S., we should have the castle law. Someone breaks into your house, and I know any of these people here, someone breaks in your house, and they're coming after your kids, and you're coming after your spouse, you're going to fight like you've never fought before. You're going to use anything that you have, be it weapons, baseball bats, knives. You're protecting your family.
He's talking about the castle doctrine here, which allows individuals to use force, potentially deadly force, to defend themselves against an intruder in their home without a duty to retreat. Where was all this before? Where's all this been? Trudeau did say this.
But you can't use a gun for self-protection in Canada. That's not a right that you have in the Constitution or anywhere else. If you try and buy a gun and say it's for self-protection, no, you don't get that. You get it.
Well, Doug Ford was around when he said that. Where was this then? But let's continue.
These thugs shouldn't be coming in there. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. Probably get in trouble for this. Do you want to hear about stupid criminals? Have you ever seen that show about stupid criminals? So 4 thugs come racing down my street, masks on, ready to take the car out of the driveway. surprise, surprise, at 12:30, the 2 police cars are there. The chase is on. So they chase him. One guy runs out, takes off. They capture him, and they catch these other guys. But just imagine all the unfortunate people that don't have security there at their house with masks on, and they had all the tools ready to break in and everything, and guess what's going to happen? They're going to be back out. Why don't you guys come over for a barbecue tonight? I'll take care of you better than the police. And thank God the police got you and I never did. Anyways, that's my rant. I'm sick and tired of the weak justice system that we have. They have to get a backbone, and we need to start throwing these people in jail. This is turning into a lawless society. That's my rant, and that's it. So
they tried to steal his car, and now we get the rant. But none of this is new. Here from February 8th, 2024, Justice Minister's government car stolen for the 3rd time in as many years. And that news comes as Ottawa convenes a national summit to discuss how to crack down on auto thefts. Well, I guess they didn't come up with anything, did they? So, I welcome this rant. It's just, I really would have liked to have seen some of this fire a little bit earlier when it actually could have made a difference. Back when Canadians had a choice of the next government and Doug Ford was clearly shilling for a fourth Liberal government who will not crack down on crime, who will not change bail law because they are radical progressives. And Mark Carney, no matter how many times Rosemary Barton's teleprompter tells us that he's a button-down moderate, he's a radical progressive too. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.